The secret to a stronger body and clearer mind? It's not food or water. It's fresh air, rich in oxygen and nature's invisible energy called negative ions.
Welcome to our sixth episode, a nurtured vitality presentation of the sixth secret of health, air.
Hello friends, this is Jim Padilla of Nurtured Vitality bringing you today episode 6, Air, the Breath of Life. We can live weeks without food, days without water, but only a few minutes without air. Yet how often do we stop to thank God or even just pause to appreciate every breath we take? This is a story of an elderly man who was hospitalized and required oxygen for a few days. When he saw the hospital bill, he began to cry. The doctor thought he was worried about the money, but the man explained, "I can pay the bill. I cry because I realize that for more than 70 years I've been breathing God's air for free. And I never said thank you." Friends, air is free, but it's priceless. It is life itself, and today we'll talk about why fresh air is one of the greatest yet most neglected secrets of health.
Section 1. The Power of Fresh Air.
Over a century ago, a health reformer named Ellen White described air as the precious boon of heaven. It refreshes the body, calms the nerves, excites the appetite, improves digestion, and gives sweet sleep. Long before modern science confirmed it, she was already teaching what doctors now know. Fresh air improves circulation, digestion, and even our mental peace. Every time you inhale, oxygen flows into nearly 500,000 tiny air sacs in your lungs. Spread flat, that surface would equal the size of a tennis court. From there, oxygen enters your blood and reaches every cell in your body. Without it, nothing works. Not your heart, not your muscles, not even your thoughts. Poor breathing means poor performance, weak memory, irritability, even depression. But fresh, deep breathing renews energy, clears the mind, and restores calm.
Section 2. Nature's Oxygen Factory.
Why does mountain air feel so invigorating? Why is it so refreshing to walk under pine or coconut trees or by the ocean? Science tells us that trees produce oxygen we need. They also release negative air ions that purify the atmosphere, kill germs, and even improve brain function. In forests or mountains, air may contain 5 to 10 times more ions than city air. That's why a deep breath there feels like drinking from a fountain of life. No wonder Ellen White urged, cherish the trees, plant more where there are few. But sadly, in cities, many of those trees are cut down for more traffic lanes, while vehicles pump out carbon monoxide. Our so-called energy crisis is not just about oil. It is about oxygen. Millions feel burned out, tired and foggy because they are literally starved of fresh air.
Section 3. The Hidden Dangers Indoors.
Let's be real. Most of us spend 80 to 90% of our lives indoors. And here lies a problem. Modern homes and offices are built to be energy efficient, but also airtight. Air conditioners often recycle the same stale air again and again. This leads to what doctors call tight building sickness. Symptoms? Eye and throat irritation, headaches, fatigue, coughing, allergies. Many workers in sealed buildings got sicker and missed more days compared to those in older offices with openable windows. And here's something close to home. In hot countries like the Philippines, where I came from originally, many families cannot afford air conditioners. So at night, They close all the windows and put on electric fan on full blast, fixed directly on them while sleeping. At first it feels cooling, but it's dangerous. Why? No fresh outdoor air circulates. The fan simply stirs the stale indoor air. Even worse, it blows tiny dust particles straight into the lungs. The results? Repeated colds, morning coughs, and allergies. Many children grow up vulnerable, and over time, some even develop asthma from this bad practice. So, whether you live in a cold country or in a cold climate or a tropical one, remember, sleeping rooms must have ventilation. A little fresh outdoor air is worth more than the strongest fan.
Section 4. Oxygen in Healing and Performance.
Oxygen doesn't just keep us alive, it also helps us heal. Do you know that world famous athletes David Beckham and Wayne Rooney used oxygen tents before their World Cup matches? They wanted to recover faster from bone injuries that they have just had and improve their performance. Even today, elite players sleep in oxygen chambers before competitions. But here's a thought. While the rich spend thousands for special oxygen therapy, you and I simply open our windows at night, step outdoors for a walk, or spend a weekend by the sea or in the countryside. The same healing gift is free from God. And think of people with sleep apnea. They may sleep 8 hours but wake up very tired. You know why? Because their breathing repeatedly stops during the night, starving the brain of oxygen. Without proper oxygenation, there is no true rest. Yes, oxygen is life. Without enough of it, even sleep fails to refresh.
Section 5. Breathe the right way.
Breathing is automatic, but most of us do it poorly. Shallow chest breathing limits oxygen intake. That's why sometimes you feel moody, angry, or mentally blocked. You're literally under-oxygenated. But when you take a moment to breathe deeply, filling the lungs completely, oxygen rushes in. The brain clears, muscles relax, and energy is renewed. So try this. Next time you're stressed, go outdoors. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold it for a second. Then exhale deeply. Do this a few times. It's simple medicine, yet more powerful than we realize.
Section 6. Gratitude for God's free gift.
Now let's return to the story of the elderly man who wept over his oxygen bill. He realized how much he owed for every breath he had taken for decades for free. Friends, whether you believe in science, in nature, or in the Creator Himself, the truth is the same. Life depends on air. And as for me, every breath is a reminder of God's goodness. We breathe in His gift every second, yet how often do we thank Him? The best way to show gratitude is to take care of our bodies, the very temple of His Spirit.
Section 7. Take action.
So here's your takeaway. Keep windows slightly open, even at night. Spend more time outdoors. Walk, garden, hike, or just sit under a tree. Avoid polluted air whenever you can. And help plant more trees. And most of all, breathe deeply and gratefully. Air is free. Air is life. Let's not neglect this precious gift. This message blessed you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And join me next time as we continue exploring the secrets of health that everyone knows, but too many neglect. Again, This is Jim Padilla of Nurtured Vitality. Bye for now. See you in the next episode.